telling me? How long has it been since I called you a dunderhead?
It wasn't my fault.
Oh, yes, I completely understand. Sometimes those ion detonators just launch themselves.
I'm telling you, Pox, it wasn't me. There was another shooter.
On the Grassy Knoll?
Well, there was a knoll, and it was pretty grassy. But I think you're missing the bigger picture here, Poxy. There was another shooter there, with an ion detonator.
Oh, this really is the worst excuse you've ever come up with.
Hello? Crystal? Can you hear me? It's me, Natalia.
Look, sister, I don't know who you are, but I think you've got the wrong number.
Crystal? It's me, Natalia. Your ex-lover?
Drawing a blank. You might have to narrow it down a bit.
You've got to be kidding me. Natalia Ivanova, ex-KGB agent. We spent the entire last game together fighting the Blisk.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
You cloned me so we could get it on?
Well, hey, it was great hearing from you. I'm kinda in the middle of something here. So, take care. Gotta run.
No, wait! I have something very important to tell you! Don't hang up the phone!
What? Not again!
The local press is reporting the generals were all killed in an explosion during routine training exercises. What have you got to say for yourself?
Same thing I said last time. There was someone else on the job, only I caught a glimpse of him this time.
Oh, this ought to be good. Let me guess. It was a 7-foot-tall albino with mechanical claws instead of hands.
Try a hairy little Furon with a knack for chucking ion detonators around.
A hairy Furon? Frankly, if I were you, I'd stick with the albino story. If you spent a little less time nattering on with your ex-girlfriend...
Oh, not you too, Pox. I mean, the 60s were hard on all of us, but I'm sure I'd remember. Say, you don't think she's behind the hairy Furon pain in my ass, do you? Okay, I'm just kinda curious. This is the third time you've blown one of my gigs. What gives?
Ha! So she hasn't told you?
Hey, come back here and let's fight like reasonable people. It wasn't my fault. I think my crazy ex-girlfriend has hired some Furon muscle to make life difficult for me.
Relax, Crypto. I believe you. I saw the competition briefly on my scanners, but this just confirms the disastrous effects your libido is having on our mission.
Admit it, Poxy. You're just jealous.
Be that as it may, we must formulate a plan to eliminate this ham-fisted competitor. While you've been fooling around in this malarial steam bath, I've hatched a brilliant plan for dealing with your ex-girlfriend's hired goon.
It doesn't involve a needless, complex mechanical trap, 2 park rangers and a pack of wild mongoose, does it?
No, I learned my lesson in Madagascar. Oh, I doubt I'll ever be able to look a mongoose in the eye again. My plan is simplicity itself. I've set up a phony assassination job to lure him here, after which the two of you fight to the death.
Gee, Pox, that's some plan you got there. No offense, but it's really not your best work.
Well, Barnaby Jones was on, and until these primates invent the VCR, my hands are tied. I'm sure you'll do fine. Fairly sure. Now head down to the dock by the river and await further instructions.
End of the line, chump.
Crypto, wait!
Thought you might phone in on this one, Nats. Say goodbye to your hired goon.
My hired goon? Crypto, you are as dense and stubborn as I remember. Blastomycosis isn't a hired assassin. He's our son. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Our son? What are you, crazy? That's impossible.
I'm no son of yours, you alien deadbeat.
Blasto, shush. It would have been impossible, But then you tampered with my DNA in the cloning chamber. I tried to tell you when he asked for your things. I thought he was reaching out to you. I gave him the ion detonator and jetpack I took from you. I had no idea he was so angry with you. Please, Crypto, don't hurt him.
So, this is a little awkward. Hey, kiddo, no hard feelings, okay? Wow, you really got your mom's hair, don't you?
Does this mean you're letting me go?
You're my own genetically modified flesh and blood. I feel pretty bad about offing you.
You won't regret this for as long as you live. Dad, goodbye.
Goodbye, Crypto, and thank you. I won't be calling you again.
Well, Pox, what do you know about that? I'm a dad.
Before you start picking out a planet's best dad mug, you may want to look at your feet.
Look at my feet. That son of a...
First, we'll need to get to Chateau Crystal. I've marked its location on the radar. Go there and await further instructions.
Ah, Belleville. You know, the last time I was here was that romantic menage a trois weekend with Natalia and the buxom French maid. Started out great and ended so well.
Yes, a shame about Natalia. She certainly was a formidable female for a human. The candle that burns twice as brightly burns half as long.
Yeah, well, how was I supposed to know if I used your cloning device to bring her back to life? She'd only have a 4-year lifespan. Cheap-ass cloners.
It serves you right wasting my very last emergency clone mold on a human. I hope those 4 years were worth it.
They were, believe me.